Shalom, and welcome once again to another episode of Elders of GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Today's topic is entitled Understanding Spirits and Demons. And the reason why we're going to go through this because a brother had sent a message to us concerning demons. He seen demons. He had experienced demons attacking him, and he's a little shaken up by it. So we had responded back to the brother saying that don't worry, we're going to cover it in the next show. Basically, he put it in letter form, and it's a little long, so I don't want to get into it. But that's basically the letter is basically saying that what I just said. He's experiencing these demons attacking him. And we all go through that. We all get jumped by demons, all right? When you have sleep, the demons hold you down where you can't speak, you can't move. You have to fight them in the spirit. Because now we're in a time when you come into this truth, you can't stay on one level. You got people in there that just watch videos and they think that they're part of the elect. Part of the elect is doing the work of the Most High and growing in the spirit. You're supposed to grow in this thing. Not knocking that brother, but the cure for you is to grow in these scriptures, to read these scriptures, to watch the videos, and to let the videos sink into your belly, so to speak, and read those scriptures and understand them precepts and build. And you got to build yourself up in the faith. All right? Like I said, that's not just to him. That's for all of y'all. Some of you brothers out there have been in this thing for 3-4 years. And you can't be on the same level that you was when you had your first 6 months in this thing. You got to be on a higher level. You got to understand the spirits. Oh, I'm going to say this too. A couple of the young brothers in our camp, this woman, she was being possessed by demons. Her house was being possessed by demons. And she basically came to me. And I basically got a handful of brothers that lived kind of close to her. And I said, well, you brothers, I'm going to put you on a mission. They had nervous looks on their faces. And they kept saying, well, what kind of prayer do we do? What do we do? I said, look, man, y'all been in this thing long enough. You figure it out. And from what I heard, they had went to the women's house finally. And they had put up the prayers, and they actually felt the presence of the demons leave right out the window. I didn't get a chance to actually talk to them, but you know what that did? That built up their spirit even more. Because experience is what? Experience is something that you go through and that you do. It's not something that you read. It's something that you actually physically do. When you do it, you have that experience. So them brothers have the experience of exercising a house. Exercising demons from a house. And I had told them brothers that we did an exorcism of a whole building. And even Gehenna was there. So you can ask him, he'll tell you. All right, me and him was young in the truth, and we were like a little nervous at the thing. It was Marsha, Arya, Shaw, and the rest of the so-called top brothers. And there was a bunch of us, man. And we had to exercise a 6-story building. Exercise the demons out of that building. And one of the men the guy actually owned the building, and he had brought in evidence that there were demons in the building. He had pictures, because he found out every morning the garbage cans were pushed over. And he had took pictures of the garbage cans, and when the pictures were developed, he saw fires, like fire sticks in one picture. Then the next picture, the fire sticks turned to the form of human bodies. It was like 3. It was like a little small one and 2 big ones. And Yeah, that's Hebrews. I know where you're going. Hebrews 1, which I already got in the list. All right. But so that's how we knew that those were spirits or demons, because spirits come in the form of fire, because fire is what? Pure energy. What's in your body is a spirit. So why should you be afraid of other spirits? You're a spirit. But see, being in Esau's system, they don't teach you about that. You ever hear of a thing called, well, they haven't spoken on this in a while, but I know back years ago, there was cases of a thing called human combustion, is it called? Spontaneous human combustion. Matter of fact, key that up. Now, you know what? Now, what happens is a person could be walking down the street and all of a sudden he just catches on fire. Then they investigate the death and they find out nobody put a match to him. There was no gas on him. He just caught on fire and is burnt to death. Well, basically, the spirit that's in your body is a fire. Matter of fact, give me that anyway since we're on it. Hebrews 1, because we're gonna read it again. And this body's made out of flesh, but the Most High put that fire, which is your spirit or your soul. Your soul is your mind, but your spirit is your energy, which goes hand in hand with your soul. In other words, your mind, your life force. That's you. So when you die, that body is just materials, man. It breaks back into the elements like anything else. That's why your body decomposes, because that life force, that spirit, that fire is out of you. And what happens is the Most High puts that spirit in your body, which is a fire, and he I don't know how he does it, but that's beyond my comprehension. What he does is he contains that fire within your fleshly body. Now, what he could do is he can say, you know what? I'm going to release that fire. I'm going to release that element that protects your body from that fire. And that's why you experience a thing called spontaneous human combustion. All right? All right, I'm going to let the brother read on it. He just looked it up. So you're not going to get this on the General, he got a new name, General Gonorrhea. You're not going to get that because the man's not deep. All right?
That's right. That's
why he didn't answer no phone calls this past Monday. And I'm going to say this too. If he decides to go back to answering phone calls, make sure you be there to call his show. Make sure all you GMS brothers that like to call his show, call his show.
Yep. This is from Wikipedia, entitled Spontaneous Human Combustion. It says spontaneous human combustion, SHC, describes reported cases of the burning of a living human body without an apparent external source of ignition. There have been about 200 cited cases worldwide over a period of around 300 years.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah.
That's something. 200 cases in 300 years.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen every day.
It's a rare occurrence. It says there are also many hypotheses which attempt to explain the various cases of human spontaneous combustion. Number one is paranormal explanations. Example given, a ghost or divine intervention.
Another divine intervention is the Most High. The Most High, what I say, the Most High opens up takes that element, that filter, and just let you burn out. Yeah. That's all he does. Yep. Go ahead.
Natural explanations based on an unknown and otherwise unobserved phenomenon. Example given, production of abnormally concentrated gas or raised levels of blood alcohol cause spontaneous ignition. Natural explanations that involved an external source of ignition. Example given, the victim dropped a cigarette. Excuse me. Objections to natural explanations typically refer to the degree of burning of the body with respect to its surroundings. Indeed, one of the common markers of a case of SHC is that the body or part of it suffered an extraordinarily large degree of burning with surroundings or lower limbs comparatively undamaged. Despite scientific